there's a lot of ways that people can work around TikTok actually to post certain videos that are very unsafe. You do LinkedIn, is it you just like sell LinkedIn Premium? I think a lot of times people think like, oh, sales that means you just need to talk, all of it is also listening. 我真的很喜欢台湾。
Hi everybody, welcome back.
Welcome back to our channel.
Oh, it's rolling.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Oh, hello.
I think we're very chill.
Yeah, we have a very special guest today. I guess we're back. Nicolette, I don't think you need to introduce yourself, but I mean, do you introduce yourself?
Sure, I'll introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Nicolette and I'm a full-time corporate girly and a part-time content creator. And I love to emote everything I say. So if I start doing like random dances throughout the podcast, no judgments,
We should probably imitate
No judgments.
Okay, before we go into it, let's start with some rapid fire questions to get to know you better. First question actually. So you used to teach dance, I saw on your LinkedIn.
You're stalking my LinkedIn.
We stalk you everywhere, don't worry.
YouTube,
Google,
There.
ChatGPT, tell me more about
YouTube! Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your actual real dance background?
So I started dancing since I was like 5, 6. I did ballet then. But I was never really good at it. I wasn't flexible. I just go in, hee hee ha ha. Yeah, there was once like my teacher was just like, oh, everyone has to act as like Little Red Riding Hood. So like everyone skip around. But then I decided Little Red Riding Hood also has the big bad wolf. So then I was like, I'm the big bad wolf. So then I'll chase everyone around. But yeah, anyway, TLDR is I wasn't very serious about it.
Okay, fair.
Until maybe when I was like 11, 12, then I suddenly decided that, okay, actually I want to do something that lets me dance every day. That's how I decided like I wanted to take dance a little more seriously. Then I decided to audition for SOTA. I wasn't flexible, I couldn't do a split. I wasn't very high in like grades. But I always tell myself it's okay. If it's meant to be, it will be.
Yeah, I think more people see your dance now than
Yes, now my dance literally has no technique.
No, that is no point, but you know, still got the accent. Anyway, so Thailand, you ate a bunch of fucked up insects. Would you do it? Would you eat?
Of course.
That's wild.
Yes.
You watch the video, the things are hanging out her mouth.
Yeah, it's like super crunchy and nice. And it's quite juicy on the inside also. That's what I love about it. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten 2 bags full, like yes.
Bags full, like a whole ass.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty
It was great. So it's like,
impressive.
you know where to get your protein. You know where to get your protein.
Yes, bro. Who cares about the comparisons?
Fuck that. What's the one corporate phrase that you use the most?
Quick sync.
Wait, explain this.
Quick sync. Let's sync up.
Sync up.
Let's sync up.
No, it's like, let's just call.
Oh, that's just like, you know, a line. Oh, you hate
Eat a lion like. A lion what? Go and bring a ruler lah.
Then you speak what?
We're not like AI networks. So you did a little like stint at Pizza Hut. Do pineapples belong on pizza?
100% yes. Yeah, we're synced up. Woo! Synergy.
Okay. Okay, let's jump into it, right? Could you tell us a bit more about your journey? So after SOTA, what do you think your career path will look like actually?
Actually, when I was in SOTA, I always thought that I'm going to just be a dancer. But I broke my back. So I actually have a fractured lumbar. That's when I realized, okay, maybe not anymore. The dream is dead. I was like 15 at that time. So then when he told me like stop dancing, I cried. I was like, no, I can't. But anyway, fast forward, I realized that I also started to develop like a habit of writing short stories on my blog. And then that's when I realized, okay, in year 5, I decided to transfer over to film. Year 5, year 6, I did film for IB basically.
So it's kind of like J1, J2 kind of.
Correct.
Okay.
But I still didn't know what I wanted to do. I really didn't know what to do like after IB. So I applied for law, then I applied FES at that time. And then I also wanted to try for comms.
A girl can dream.
A girl can dream, right? I told my mom like maybe this year maybe not a lot of people apply. Let me just try.
You just manifest it, right?
Yeah, so that's when I realized, maybe I can be a journalist since I like writing.
Okay.
Or maybe be like a newscaster since I like to yap. You know? So I had like all these different dreams and then I was like, maybe I'll do political science. For my first year, I thought I was going to become a journalist. But then I also started getting exposed to like other parts of comms. PR, advertising, campaigns. And then that's when I started to say, okay, maybe I want to try everything.
See, I think you did a lot of comms internships, right? From not long.
Yes, so I started off in like boutique agencies. So at boutique agencies, you really get the breakdown of everything. You have to handle like different accounts, you have to talk to different clients, but then you also have to like work on the very nitty-gritty stuff like copywriting or editing, slides, all that kind of thing. Basically do everything, but that's where I feel like you also learn the most.
Yeah.
Then I decided to go into more specialized like marketing agency or advertising agencies.
Okay.
But most of the time I took on a more creative role in these agencies. And then I decided to also try like travel. I went to internet to travel intern. I thought that was a dream job. Wow, you know, I get to travel, I get to write and stuff. So that was also quite fun and interesting. I did a little bit more on editorial writing when I was there.
So how did you end up at TikTok?
I just saw the opening on LinkedIn.
Classic.
Like I saw the opening for comms internship at TikTok, and I was like, okay, since I'm doing comms, let me just try what it's like to do it in-house. Since I've done so many agency stints.
Okay.
So then when I got in, I went in. I was covering I think 3 different markets: Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, like comms, and it was quite fun to see it in-house, right? When you write like media releases on like crisis management on the in-house side of things. Then I went back to school and then I realized like, what if I explore a career outside of comms? I would say the entire journey wasn't like, I was hyper fixated on doing one thing. It was more like, let me try different things, see what I like, see what I don't like. Process of elimination. And sometimes at that time you're young, right? So to me, it's like, if you're young, just explore. Then I saw another opening on LinkedIn for a ops and data strategy intern role at TikTok. But it was still under the global comms arm. But basically what you do is quite different from what the comms person would do. Your job is a lot of social listening. You use different social analytics tools to see like, okay, what's trending, and then what are certain keywords that are maybe being said in the news that might trigger a response on TikTok. So that we can actually notify the trust and safety team that, okay, these are certain ways that people are talking about maybe a very controversial topic. So then they would go into the back-end system and then they would like take these videos down. It was pretty cool because there's actually impact. Like that I was driving also, because there's a lot of ways that people can work around TikTok actually to post certain videos that are very unsafe.
So you're the one stopping me from seeing weird shit on my TikTok.
Yeah.
So you really treated internships as just a way to explore and figure out like what you want, what you don't want, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I believe internship is also where you can learn and make mistakes. It's not all on you. And it was quite fun to just learn as much as I could. There was this campaign where we had to do an entire microsite, and I didn't know how to code. But then because as an intern, you want to like perform your best, I went to learn how to code for that. Now I wanted to perform.
That's cool. The team that carries through. Right? Okay, so from there you landed your full-time role, I'm guessing.
No.
Oh, it wasn't a conversion.
So it wasn't, I didn't get converted. So there was no opening. But then I saw on LinkedIn that there was the opening for the graduate program. So I had to go through that entire process.
Oh, so it started like fresh. Like there's no like referrals or...
No referrals.
So, but the thing is, the grad program is rotational, right? From what I understand.
Yeah.
But just within the e-commerce space.
Yeah, within the e-commerce space.
Like you were open to just doing whatever. Like you weren't like siloed into like comms, marketing, whatever at that point.
No, so at that time again, I was like, okay, well, a grad program sounds not bad. So it's good for a person like me to just try out the different rotations. But I sort of had an inkling like, okay, I think there might be some rotations where I feel like I perform better in.
Okay.
And it's true. The back end, the ops, that was tough. Like that was tough.
Okay.
Yeah. I think my favorite team was being part of the acquisition team. That's where you would find different ways to reach out to different sellers, mostly SMBs in Singapore. So you go and look for them and then find contact points. Could be like events, having them come down so that you just get like the leads and stuff. And then you reach out to them, pitch to them why they should come about TikTok Shop. That was quite fun for me, that process of like bringing someone on board and then walking them through the entire process of how to set up.
So it's kind of from there where you found like your niche, or like you started realizing that, hey, I don't mind doing this kind of sales roles.
Yeah, then I realized, hey, actually I do enjoy that acquisition process. You get to meet different people, talk to them, understand their needs. So, okay, like how's the business doing now? Are you guys facing any challenges? And that's where you come in and also educate them a little bit more about TikTok Shop. Then you can also show them that the society is moving towards social commerce. It's not just your traditional commerce anymore. Yeah, and then when they finally come on board, you're like, yes.
It's like professional yapping.
Yeah. Like, yay, I did it.
Have you tried TikTok Shop before?
Bro, I don't use TikTok before this, man.
Dude, there used to be a period where I watched like those Pokemon card openings. I watch it like 4 AM every day.
Oh my
god. It was
gosh.
dopamine because like somebody opening it, right?
And then when you open, you share in the...
No, but you don't have to like pay. Like, just some guy and then like...
I actually considered doing that kind of like selling also. So I did inquire about it. But the live streamers they're hardcore. They're like a warehouse just streaming at like 2 AM. Then I was like, oh, cannot. Sorry. Yeah.
So you rotated around, you found out you liked this kind of like sales angle. And then you left your program early, right, before you finished. And then you moved on to LinkedIn. Why that jump and how did that move happen? You saw it on LinkedIn also?
No. So actually, this LinkedIn role, this SD role, I actually considered it as well when I graduated from uni. But then at that time, they had a hiring freeze. And then, of course, when the LinkedIn one came around again, the second time, I was like, okay, this is it. This is my time. And for me, I'm the kind of person that I feel like when opportunities come my way, I'll just take it. And at this time, I already did a couple of rotations. I was already sort of 3/4 through my grad program, and I already felt that I knew what I wanted. And I wanted to be in a more client-facing acquisition role.
So you're like, this is it.
Let's go.
Nice. Finally arrived at a point. What is tech sales? I know it's a sexy term, you work for like big companies, tech companies, but how's it different from like normal sales, car sales, that kind of thing?
I mean, I think even within tech sales, there's a very big breakdown. So for example, like LinkedIn is SaaS sales. So it's like software as a service. How can other companies leverage on your company's like tools or products to become more efficient in what they do? A lot of people always ask me like, what do you do at LinkedIn? Is it you just like sell LinkedIn Premium? I'm like, like that's the most classic line I always encounter when people first meet me. They're like, are you going to sell me LinkedIn Premium? No. That's not what you sell on LinkedIn. For a company, there's different stakeholders within the company. So if I do talent solutions, I'm selling more of like the talent tools and products to maybe the HR department. For smaller companies, then you liaise directly with maybe the business owner. So how can they leverage on LinkedIn's platform to just help with their recruitment efficiency?
No, but it's crazy. Like, so salespeople, they will use LinkedIn Navigator, is it what?
Oh yeah, so then that's another tool.
That's one of the products.
So that's another product. So salespeople can use this tool known as Sales Navigator to look for like other people they want to do business with. Tech sales, you basically find clients to sell the product to.
So what does the day in the life look like for someone in your role or for you personally?
So I wake up very early because I cover ANZ markets, SG, Hong Kong, Taiwan. So my day can run quite long. So usually I pack my mornings with calls, especially New Zealand, because they're 4 hours ahead of us. And usually I also let maybe a potential client book my time.
What's your first call?
My earliest 8.
Okay, that's okay. But the New Zealanders, they love their work-life balance. So after like 4 p.m.
No, because the thing is, when I was in TikTok, my days started later. But then I would work till like later in the night. So then for me, that transition was tough. That transition was tough. I will be honest, when it comes to tech sales, there's quite a bit of flexibility. As long as you're able to get your work done, you're able to hit your numbers, nobody can really say anything
it's
about
very
it.
outcome-driven, right?
Yeah, that's right. So a day in my life, so I'll take calls in the morning all the way through. As many calls as I can, because you're at the top of the funnel, like, give me as many. Then in between, there's of course a lot of like admin stuff that you have to settle also. That I think people don't really see. Everybody just thinks like, oh, we just call and then the end. But there's actually a lot of administrative work that goes behind to make sure that we're passing the right opportunity through, we're qualifying it right. And then of course later on in the day, that's where like the Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore market comes through. So then I call them. The Taiwanese clients have to speak in Chinese.
That's crazy.
Okay, so
It's really tough.
do you have it nailed down, like your introduction?
No, I don't. Sorry, you want me to say it now?
No, I had to do it.
always
So-
no because I always just like the first thing I just say to them is like 对不起啊，我的中文不太好. No, I
you
realize
just need to prep the caveat well. So recently I've been talking to a few Taiwanese clients also. So I'm practicing said, 对不起，我的华语水准不太好，请体谅一下，谢谢。
体谅. That's not bad. I use that, right?
体谅我。
请体谅一下.
And then
Okay.
like full blown English.
Like you can still do enough.
So that's why I think Taiwanese people are very, very like patient and they're very friendly.
Okay.
So the moment I tell them like, 我的中文不太好，但是我会努力, then they will be like, 但我的英文不太好. Then I say, okay, 我们可以掺掺. Then I'll just tell them how much I love Taiwan.
Nice.
我爱吉他.
No, because I really love Taiwan. Then when I speak Chinese, I realize I tend to like have the 腔, you know.
Okay.
So, 我真的很喜欢台湾. Then you know that's
Also Hong Kong, you go like phone Cantonese. 大家好，我係叫 Nicolette.
So I asked my mom to teach me, but obviously I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a boop situation. I can't Cantonese.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, because when you're passing on these opportunities, you also have to collate all your notes, right, about what makes this opportunity qualified. So then I spend quite a bit of time at the end of the workday to type out all these, so that you can pass it on to the relevant account exec for them to take the next call.
So I guess like what do your hours look like if that's the case? And I guess you have a bit more determination of this also, right? Because
Yeah.
it's up to you if you want to work more hours or less hours.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when the targets are high, then you gotta put in the longer hours and both.
Does it slowly creep up as you get closer to the end?
No, so I prefer it the other way. I prefer to
chong up.
chong at the start. Because if not, I will have it at the back of my head, you know, like, oh my gosh, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet. But then if I'm chong at the start, then towards the end, I can sort of see the end goal inside already. I feel like steady. I don't like go crazy.
Right.
Yeah, so for me, it's pack my days as much as I can. But also not so crazy lah. Okay,
But
yeah,
that's
that sounds
7 or
big
8 lah,
already.
on average, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay, it's also because I do inbound, so I can't really control. I think that was quite hard for me when I transitioned into this role. It's about letting go because I like to have control of a lot of things. Like my numbers, I want to make sure I'm able to control my numbers some way and somehow. But with sales, you just never know. So then you just have to like,
Sometimes the lead comes, you just have to be there.
yeah.
Do you want to explain inbound outbound to our clueless audience?
Oh yeah, sure. So inbound sales is basically when marketing does their campaigns or when they do field marketing, they get leads.
Yep.
So that's where all your leads come through to you, and then you either call them or you get them to book in your time. And then outbound is where you go and hunt for clients that have not maybe filled out any form yet. So there's a bit of a difference.
I think would you say it's easier for the inbound request? David, for you also, right?
Because
Really?
you just sit there and it just comes to you.
Not really,
And they really have
because
expressed interest, no?
I think each of it has its hard aspects and then like the easier aspects. Like for sure, I think when it comes to contact points, then yeah, it's coming. But a lot of times there's a lot of redundant requests.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if you guys know, but a lot of people like to just go onto the platform and then when they're facing a customer service issue, they just want a contact point.
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
feel like, oh, these chatbots are not giving me the answers. That's where they start filling a lot of forms. So it comes in as form of spam. These are true struggles.
I get it.
Like,
Fair.
I think I don't get as much of that, but I think because you just take whatever comes or whatever fills the form.
yeah.
No, but it seems to be like you enjoy the whole like chasing your targets. You're a bit more in control of your career outcomes rather than your more typical white collar 9 to 5 job. Like basically you're just a drone now, right? You sit there, you do what your boss asks you to do. You climb the corporate ladder. One day you have a car and have to like outsource the work to. Like it seems like you prefer sales over these type of jobs.
So far, so good. I'm enjoying my role. It's just that targets are high, but I like the little.
bro. Just kidding it.
I like that little challenge. I
Okay.
guess when I see the target and then thinking of ways to hit that target, like that feeling of like
Okay, yeah.
hunting down the number, like
Samyang.
Damn grrr. Okay.
Maybe we should censor this out. Interesting, man. Yeah, so it's a whole like in a sense.
Oh, I absolutely
Sorry?
hate that. I hate
Sorry.
that.
What?
That eat what you kill.
That's what they say.
It's very thin, bro. Like, yo.
What's eat what you kill?
Like you go out and hunt the animal, then you kill it, you eat it.
It's like back to this of hunter-gatherer. I hate that term.
It describes how
Eat what you kill. Just hit your KPI, bro. What are you eating?
No violence. I'm not that violent.
I think regarding progression as well, what does it look like within tech sales? So my understanding is you start SDR, which is top of the funnel,
Yeah.
and then you slowly move down in some sense, right?
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways to move as you move down the funnel also. You have like account execs. So account executives, they close the deals. And then you have like account directors. That's where they sort of upsell or renew to make sure that like clients are happy and then you can upsell the other products within the company to them. And then you have like customer relations, like customer success managers. And then I think that's where it's a little bit more on a network basis with the clients, the existing clients, to make sure that they're happy or if they need assistance with like different products, they want to talk to someone else, then you're there. So there's a lot of different parts to that you can move and you can explore. And then if you prefer a little bit more of a leadership type of role, then I would assume after that, that's where you go into like maybe becoming a sales manager.
But you could just stay on the sales track also and just be
Yeah.
an individual performer.
Yeah, you can also.
If that's the case, the way you move up is just by handling bigger cases and then getting a bigger size of the pie from there as well. How do you feel about the instability in a sense or insecurity behind the job?
Sales can be like very volatile. So like one quarter is smash it and then next quarter is like bone dry.
Yeah, or the company just fires even if they're doing super well.
It's life. I think it's known also in the tech industry. When it comes to like layoffs and stuff, it's quite unexpected. That is there. If you read the news, you'll see that it's not just, now then it's like, they have massive layoffs. I've been hearing it since, I don't know when, like, you will read the news that, there's layoffs from this company and that company.
Yep.
And it's always happening. So I think just doing what you can. And then if like that your time comes, then it's
Just
okay
adapt
lah. Just adapt, yeah. And then it's not like the end of the world. There's going to be other opportunities. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like a lot of it comes down to your confidence that if this one goes down, I can just go and sell something else somewhere else. If that makes sense.
And I think because also maybe for sales, the skills that you have is very transferable. So from like one industry to the next, you can always try again, apply those skills. Of course, there's a lot of hard work that comes into like learning about the new industry, learning about the new product. But I believe that that soft skill that you have is already ingrained in you.
What do you think is suitable for a career in tech sales? Let's talk manageability. Do you need a technical background?
Personally, I didn't have a tech background. I don't think that's a priority when it comes to tech sales. It really boils down to, it's a bit cliche, but your hunger to learn and also go get that number. Because it's competitive, and then also there's a lot of self-discipline. Because the target is yours and yours only. So if you don't hit the targets, then you're on the line, as with a lot of jobs. So I think having that discipline, knowing that like, okay, this is how I want to structure my work day, and then also being open to learn from different people, like even from your stakeholders, people that are more senior than you in the company, or even just your peers around you, how are they doing the calls and stuff. So I think if you're very open-minded, very driven as an individual, then I think sales is a good like trajectory for you. And then if you like yapping, this is a pretty good job.
You're paid to do it.
Yeah, you're paid to do it. So why not? Yeah.
Qualify that a bit. I would say there's not a lot of it trying to get there to talk and listen also.
Yes, so I think a lot of times people think like, oh, sales, that means you just need to talk. You do all the talking, but that's not true. A lot of times when you talk to a lead or talk to a prospect, it's more on hearing what they're going through at the moment, like what are the challenges they face. And then only after you listen and you really understand them, then that's where you can come in and talk to them. So I think a lot of it is also listening. So it's like give and take, you know. You talk and then you listen.
So like from the technical perspective,
You also start doing how is it? From the technical aspect.
technical aspects.
Okay, yeah.
Did I fracture my number also? In a way, so it's you have the soft skills, and then whatever you learn, whatever technical product, it's agnostic in a way whereby you just take the soft skills.
I think the technical side is still important, and it really also boils down to what company or what product you plan to do sales in.
Right.
For me, I tried LinkedIn, I tried other companies as well. And when I was studying for like the other companies, I would really go and read up about their product and what the product is, how it helps other companies. So it's quite technical in that sense, but I think if you put in the work, like you go and research, go and read up, watch videos, it's doable. I personally believe it's doable.
I would say generally you just need to know more than a prospect. That's it, right? In some sense.
But I've gotten this question quite a lot. How do you learn how to yap? It doesn't come naturally to everybody.
How do you become better at it?
Yeah. What do you think qualifies a good yap?
I think a good yapper will also be a good listener. Sometimes you got to give people some breathing space, and then that's how you draw people in. And then I think also a good yapper will know how to storytell. So not just throwing out like facts, but then also helping whoever you're talking to build that imagination and like that story in their head. I think that helps.
I guess I'm gonna go conversely. Right? Who do you think shouldn't consider tech sales?
I think if you don't like the uncertainty, like it stresses you out to the point that you can't, and then once you get stressed out, you basically like break down and you can't function, then I think that's gonna be quite hard in the long run. Because for such a job, I think you need to constantly be quite optimistic. Right? Because you need to tell yourself like, it's okay, tomorrow's a new day, we try again, we go again.
Actually, how do you deal with rejection?
So when you get rejected, I mean, it hits you lah within that first, like, right after that call, you just feel like, why? So at the start, it was hard, obviously, when you face rejection or, you know, when you face with like rude clients. I think that's something that's very, very common in tech sales, whatever. You face different types of people. And then sometimes you're just getting scolded for no reason. It's like, what did I do to you, man? Like, but then after a while, it just fades away. And then for me, it's like, okay, try again. Never mind, this prospect cannot, there's always a new one. Trauma? I think so.
I guess for someone doing something completely unrelated, what would you say to them if they're considering tech sales, maybe because of this episode or any other?
Yeah. I think it's really to know what you're good at, know your strengths and know your weaknesses. So for me, that helped me make that decision to, okay, maybe let me jump out of my previous role. You can always work on your weaknesses, but you should also rely on your strength and what you're good at. And then just whack only, like, it's okay if you have no experience, I feel. Because I also started with no experience. In fact, during my interview with my hiring managers, I was completely new to cold calling. I got stopped halfway. And then they would like try again. So they gave me feedback, like what I can improve on. Okay. Then you just take that feedback and then learn and then just try again.
Shout out to the hiring manager to hire her.
Thanks.
Since we're on the topic of interviews, how can someone best prep for a sales role interview?
Sales or maybe even any other job. I feel like people in HR, if you're watching this, you can correct me, okay? But I feel what they're looking out for also is the vibe, right? Whether you're bringing the energy into the room, whether you're able to connect with whoever the company stands for, their culture. As long as you bring the energy, I think people can tell if you're being genuine. If you really put in the work, then you should just go in there with like confidence, like, yeah, you got this. That's what I always tell myself. For sales, I think it also boils down to other experiences that you have. It may not be you working in sales before, but it could just be like you doing something outside of work, but then there's a bit of that sales aspect, how you're able to connect with people. I think as long as you bring these relevant experiences into that interview, people can sense it.
For students, even things like CCA, sponsorship.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Actually, I see what helps is like you practice cold calling, like a absolute like douchebag. And then like let's let the guy
I'm sure
grill you,
there
right?
are a bunch of online tools for that actually.
I'm sure ChatGPT could do it for you, lah. But I feel like it's important to like verbalize it. It's very, very different from just like
Brain, right?
yeah.
Okay, very cool, man. What's the most unhinged career advice in 2025?
Okay, if you really want it, right, just go and get it. Like if you
Nicole,
really, like if you really want a role, like a job, I have.
Really competitors.
Function that
I think
fast, so
wait.
they're like-
No, so because I've actually heard of like a couple of my friends who not all in sales, but some of them are doing product and stuff. They didn't necessarily have like all the qualifications, but they really wanted a specific role.
Yeah.
So when I hear these stories, right, to me it's like, yeah, if you actually really want it, they do a lot of things. So for example, they go onto LinkedIn, they find people in that specific role, or maybe just in the company.
Yeah.
They connect with these people. They actually reach out. So they proactively reach out. So that in itself is like a step of outbounding. You know?
The cold
So
DM.
they call DM, they just message and they give an intro and then say like, this is what I want. Are you free for a coffee chat? Coffee chat is like the most common thing I hear nowadays in corporate. But doing that step and then also reading up about like, let's say that specific role and maybe the industry, right? If you can upskill yourself in certain ways. I mean, now we have all the different tools online.
Yeah.
You have like your learning tools online, you have your skills future. Just having that one additional thing to add into your resume, I think can also help. So I feel like if you really want a job or a role, then I think you will find ways to get it.
I think you're gonna get a few LinkedIn mentions.
Yeah.
To this.
Hi Nicolette, I'm interested in tech sales. Ever since I was 3 years old, I was selling like marbles in like kindergarten or something.
I guess final advice for kids watching this, people watching this, mid-career, they're considering tech sales. What's your outlook on the industry also?
I mean, this is so cliche, but with AI, companies are going to keep evolving, even in the way that they sell products. How are we utilizing AI to help us, blah, blah, blah. But also, like, products within different companies, they're all going to start integrating AI. So, tech sales is here to stay, like 100%. Wow. It's just evolving. It's like disruptive technology. So, AI is just another one of these disruptive technologies that's just taken the world by, like, storm. I'm pretty sure this is how people felt when mobile phones or like the internet was first like released. Everyone was like, what is this? It's gonna take over us. But that's how I feel about it. So it's just about adapting along with times. Okay. And I always feel that tech sales is quite open to everyone as long as you want it. Yep. And then you're willing to like put the work and the grind and the hustle behind it. Yeah. Then you should be fine. So go for it.
Yeah. Something we do for our guests. What's something interesting or random, idea or something you read or you learned about, not tech sales related, like recently? Okay, I learned something recently.
Okay.
For concerts, like you're queuing, basically for event management, right? So there's two different ways. So for example, you can do like, let's say 10 counters, right? You can do each counter has an individual queue. So that's the most efficient way. But the problem with that is that people will hop. Because they see, this queue's really fast, my queue's really slow. And they'll hop around. And they also feel very unfair about things. Like, why is that so fast? Even though we queue at the same time. Then the most fair way is a snaking queue, where everybody's in one snake. And then it goes to the 10 counters. But the thing is, it's inefficient. Because you stand there, then one counter finish, and you go, then you miss the other side. You know what I mean? So apparently the optimal way is to do a snake, and then you funnel into 10 different queues for the counters. So it's like half. Where you have a mix of efficiency and fairness.
I read this, it's an airplane loading theory. So the optimal way to load people on the aircraft in the shortest time, I think is to get all the slowest people to load first. Filling it from the back doesn't make sense. Like, it's proven to be slower.
Yeah. So I remember that they said that airplanes don't give a fuck that all these things are slower because they want you to go past the business class and like wait there and watch them like sit in their reclining chair, drink champagne. It's a purposely, and they do it on purpose. Like they could fill out really quick if they want
It's
to,
a psychological thing.
but they don't want to.
I can see why. Like, they want you to walk through that, and then they want the business class people to feel like, oh, look at me.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, how do you think of new new content to do? We were professionally trying to prepare for this interview, actually stalking you. So then you have a few verticals in a way. There's corporate lingo, health and fitness stuff, and then there's relationship stuff. Like, how do you figure out what should I do?
Is it like a notion content?
I actually don't.
It's just freestyling it.
Vibes.
Yeah. So I mean, it's in my head. I have ideas of, okay, maybe what I want to post. Maybe I've been posting too much of a certain thing, so then I want to pivot and post something else. But I don't have a calendar or verticals or pillars. Sometimes when I have some whacked idea, then I'll just do it and I'll post. And I feel like some of my videos can be quite unhinged. Like recently, I like playing around with voice because I went for Night 7 star, right? So then I started.
No.
There must be another way.
He's going to sacrifice himself. Okay, I don't think I do it as well, but
No, so I actually think for my content side of things, I want to have fun. I mean, this is a whole other topic. But I feel like when it comes to content, people are very scared that, why we don't go viral? Or I must make sure this video is liked. But then I think, wow, the moment you put that kind of pressure on yourself, it really takes away a lot of joy.
that's good advice for us actually. Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
No. Must have ROI. Okay, before we end off,
Yeah.
can you do a dance with us?
Sure. Y'all have the dance already?
No.
No, y'all don't. Teach y'all one.
Yeah, teach us one, a simple
Something
one.
simple. Make
Draw
sure
the line in the sand. Draw the line in the sand. No, I saw something this morning. It cropped out my feed. It was like a I don't know, man.
Who?
You?
Oh, me.
I don't know, man. My colleague's gonna make so much fun of me. But it's a relationship one.
Oh, the guys love bombing. I think I'm falling for you. No, I'm thinking wait, what's your podcast name again?
Sumo Cum Laude.
Yeah, but the middle word's not the best.
Then we can start every video with that.
No!
Okay, let's go.
My boss is gonna watch this.
Okay, let's go.
Sumo Cum
Oh
Laude.
my god.
I never see anything.
I butchered it.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you. Subscribe, comment, repost, reshare. Don't share that part. Everything else is good.
Alright, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Okay, welcome. Okay. Thanks, guys.